Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation news fans. Bachelor in Paradise fans are going off about Jeremy Simon's real age. This is something no one expected. Fans had no idea of his age until it was revealed, and now everyone is in shock. Jeremy is known for his time on Tran's season of The Bachelorette. Fans loved him then, but are in total shock now. There is a lot to unfold and uncover when it comes to this. Keep reading to find out more about the situation. Tran's season didn't work out for him. Tran was the Bachelorette after trying to win over Joey Graziadei on The Bachelor. Jeremy Simon was one of the contestants on her season. While he made it far in the show, he was ultimately sent home. This was discouraging for him. However, he was not giving up on love. He decided that he was going to try again on Bachelor in Paradise. This journey already seems to be going better than his last. Fans like Jeremy want him to find love on the show. So far, it seems to be going good for him. However, one thing about him shocked fans more than anything. Bachelor in Paradise fans are in shock about Jeremy Simon's age. Bachelor in Paradise fans are in absolute shock about Jeremy Simon's real age. He is 31 years old, and viewers thought he was much older than that. Jeremy is going to turn 31? Hashtag Bachelor in Paradise. I thought he was like 40. Damn, Jeremy aging like a grape if he's turning 31. Hashtag Bachelor in Paradise. Wait, Jeremy is how old? Hashtag Bachelor in Paradise. I remember when he said he was 29 on Jen's season and thought he was at least in his mid-30s. Jeremy look old F. Yikes, everyone thought he was much older than he truly is. This is not a compliment for Jeremy. However, he is still able to attract women and have them coming to him. It seems as though everyone thought Jeremy was way older than 31. They think he is aging badly and are shocked that he is still so young. However, this does not mean they do not like him or his personality. Viewers just were not aware that this was his age. Jeremy is hoping to find a real connection on Bachelor in Paradise. What do you think about this? Are you shocked by his real age? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this. Like no other. When Jeremy Simon strolled down the stairs onto the sandy shores of Bachelor in Paradise, he brought with him the kind of confident swagger that made heads turn and drinks spill. His aviators glinted in the sun, his linen shirt half unbuttoned, and that jawline, sharp enough to cut through the tropical humidity, made quite the first impression. "Who is that?" murmured Leah, a fan favorite from Joey's season of The Bachelor, adjusting her bikini strap as she practically choked on her mimosa. "Total zaddy vibes," Brooklyn whispered, nudging her friend. "He gives me early 30s, max." "He's gotta be like 28, someone else chimed in. The girls weren't alone in their assessment. Twitter, or X for those keeping up, exploded within seconds of Jeremy's dramatic entrance. Viewers couldn't stop dissecting every facial expression, every flirtatious smirk. But nobody, not even the producers, were prepared for what came next. The reveal that shook Bachelor Nation. The twist came during a lighthearted game of Never Have I Ever, hosted by bartender Wells Adams. Everyone was drinking, laughing, vibing, until the question dropped. "Never have I ever lied about my age on a dating app," Wells grinned. Glasses clinked, laughter erupted. Then Jeremy raised his drink. "Oh, Jeremy," Leah called out. "Spill, what was the lie?" He chuckled. "I didn't lie exactly. I just rounded down." "How far?" Mercedes asked, narrowing her eyes playfully. Jeremy took off his sunglasses, smiled directly into the camera, and said, "I'm 39. The silence was deafening. "Wait, what?" Kat yelped, almost toppling over in her beach chair. Even the waves seemed to crash more dramatically in that moment. Social media meltdown. Hashtag Jeremy Simon 39 began trending within minutes. At Bachelor Nation Queen. "I'm sorry, but Jeremy being 39 and looking like that? Either witchcraft or great skincare. Someone get me his routine." At Reality T Bay. "Can we talk about how Jeremy had 24-year-olds fawning over him and no one questioned his age?" At Rose Petal Drama. "I feel like I've been lied to. He gives off strong 30 energy, not 40. The fandom had questions. Was it fair for Jeremy to join a cast primarily filled with contestants in their mid to late 20s? Did producers know? Was this a sneaky plot twist or a genuine case of someone simply owning their age? One post went viral with over 250K likes. Let's be real. If a 39-year-old woman walked down those stairs, everyone would be clutching their pearls. The double standard is loud. The girls get spooked. Back at the beach, Jeremy's revelation was the talk of paradise. Leah, who'd been vibing with Jeremy for 2 days, sat with Eliza near the cabana. I don't know, she said, staring into her margarita. I'm 25. That's a 14-year age gap. But do you like him? Eliza asked gently. Leah shrugged. He's so mature, grounded. I've never dated anyone over 30. What if he wants kids now? A house? A retirement plan? Across the beach, Rachel was less subtle. He should be on Golden Bachelor, she snorted. Jeremy heard that. He laughed it off. I'm not here to age shame myself, he later said in his confessional. I feel young. I live young. I'm here for the right reasons. End of story. The flashback fans didn't expect. It didn't take long for internet sleuths to unearth Jeremy's past. Before he was a Paradise heartthrob, Jeremy was a Bachelor OG. He had first appeared in Season 8, yes, that long ago, as a background contestant eliminated during Night 1. He'd gone under the radar, but diehard fans remembered. At Rose Archives, yo, Jeremy Simon was on Emily Maynard's season in 2012. Bro really pulled a Nick Viall time loop and came back. At Bachelor Blaster, he's been in Bachelor Nation for over a decade. This is a multiverse situation. Producers leaned into the chaos. The next episode opened with a dramatic black and white montage. Jeremy, 12 years ago, stumbling out of the limo, slicked hair, and oversized suit. A voiceover declared, "From Night 1 cast-off to the man shaking up paradise." The age war escalates. The divide was clear. Some women were intrigued by Jeremy's maturity, emotional intelligence, and life experience. Others questioned whether he belonged at all. Aaron S., 30, confronted Jeremy during a bro chat. Look, I respect you, Aaron said, but some of these girls feel misled. You're almost a decade older than half the cast. That's real. Jeremy didn't flinch. I never lied about my age. I told them when it came up. If I'm vibing with someone and we connect, that's what matters, not a number. Aaron blinked. That's fair, I guess. Meanwhile, Olivia, 27, bold, unapologetic, made her move. I think it's hot, she said one night under the moonlight, wine in hand. You've lived. You're not playing games. That's sexy to me. Jeremy smiled. Finally, someone who gets it. They kissed. It was electric. A controversial rose ceremony. As rose ceremony night loomed, tension soared. Jeremy was the center of attention. Leah pulled him aside for a difficult chat. I think you're incredible, she began, but I realized I'm looking for someone closer to my stage of life. I'm just starting out. You've already done a lot of the things I'm still dreaming of. He nodded. Thank you for being honest. Then, to everyone's surprise, Jeremy offered his rose to Olivia. Cue gasps. Rachel stormed off camera. What's the point anymore? She cried to the producers. He's just here to look cool and get Instagram followers. But Olivia had no regrets. He could have picked someone safe, she said in her confessional. He picked me. I like that. Jeremy claps back. Back home, the noise wouldn't stop. Jeremy took to Instagram Live a week after the rose ceremony aired. Let me say this once, he said. I'm proud of who I am. I've lived through heartbreak, success, failure, growth. I'm here for love, same as anyone else. If that makes people uncomfortable, maybe they need to unpack why. Thousands of supportive comments poured in. King. Normalize men who age well and stay open-hearted. Dude looks younger than half the cast anyway. Even Bachelor alums chimed in. Dean Unglert commented, Age is a mindset. You're thriving, bro. Tasia Adams reposted the clip, writing, He said what he said. Olivia and Jeremy's deepening bond. While others worried about screen time, Olivia and Jeremy were building something real. They laughed over breakfast tacos, they cried during a beach yoga session, they even talked about past relationships, something most Paradise couples avoid. One night, as a thunderstorm rolled in, Olivia asked, "Do you think this could be real outside of here?" Jeremy didn't hesitate. "Yes, if you want it to be." And she did. The finale twist. As Paradise drew to a close, host Jesse Palmer teased an ending unlike anything we've seen. In the final rose ceremony, Jeremy and Olivia stood hand in hand. "I didn't come here expecting this," Jeremy said. "I thought maybe I was too old, too late, but you reminded me that love doesn't work on a timeline." Tears in her eyes, Eliza nodded. "You were exactly on time." Then came the surprise. Jeremy reached into his pocket, not for a ring, but a small key. "My place in San Diego. I want you to have a key, not because I want to lock you down, but because I want to let you in." The crowd erupted. Twitter imploded again. A love worth defending. Today, Jeremy and Olivia are still going strong. They've posted cute cooking videos, done joint podcast interviews, and even started a blog called Age is Just a Number, where they share stories about navigating love with a generational twist. Jeremy's age no longer defines him. Instead, it became the reason fans rallied to his side. And Bachelor in Paradise, it got its most unexpected, most mature, and possibly most enduring love story yet. Because in a world of edits, drama, and manufactured tension, sometimes the real twist is being unapologetically yourself.